Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fourth video of the night, actually past through midnight. This is the first video of the new day, I guess. This is, again, three middle-aged dudes talking about nothing. We have the Reverend.
The theme here.
And Graymouse1.
Indeed. And, again, what's we're going to do, we're going to give you our reactions and thoughts on things that have happened, media and pop culture and everything else over the last week. One of the biggest things that happened during this week, I believe on Tuesday, the 15th, the final trailer for Batman v Superman dropped. And I gotta say that there are a few things about it that impressed me, and there are a few things about it that I gotta say didn't quite make me so confident in the movie. Let me just put it on the line right now. I think the biggest obstacle for this movie is the fact that I think they're trying to shoehorn in way too much Justice League into just what was initially intended to just be a Superman sequel. All right. You know, Zack Snyder went out of his way and said, "Hey, look, since we're gonna get around to rebooting it anyway, give me Batman. Let me go ahead and do something with Batman on this." And he ended up as part of the movie. Then Wonder Woman ended up as part of the movie. Big Bad was initially Lex Luthor, and then, as we've seen from subsequent videos and trailers that have been out, there's Doomsday. From images that have been released, there's heavy hinting of let's see here, Darkseid and Apocalypse and the Parademons. And yeah, there's also supposed to be cameos of Aquaman and the Flash in this movie. My biggest concern was the fact that they weren't really going to be concentrating too much on Batman and Superman, and that they were going to have to sit there and spread the story out really, really thin across all the characters that they wanted to go ahead and actually service during the movie, because we're going to assume that it's going to be around 2.5 hours long already. But for the amount of people that they have, that we know confirmed are going to be on screen at some point sooner or later in this movie, you know, that doesn't equate to a lot of face time for any one characters. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing, biggest detriment to this movie from that standpoint. Any thoughts?
Well, my first thought is that it's too late in the game for DC to be doing this movie in the first place. I mean, they're so far behind the power curve. It's just ridiculous. And for them to cram, like you said, Aquaman in there and Wonder Woman in there and all these other characters in there, I mean, don't get me wrong. People are going to go see it.
I'm going to go see it, yeah.
I mean, but I just think it's ridiculous that what they're trying to do. They're trying to do too much in one movie. You know, they're trying to catch up because, you know, the Avengers already had 2 movies. Again, you know, I'm more partial to Marvel. I always have been. But I do respect DC. But I really think that DC really just sat on their hands too long, and now they're playing catch-up. And so what we're getting now is a movie that's, to me, I don't think it's going to be cohesive enough to tell a story.
Yeah, I don't agree that it's too soon. All right, or excuse me, I don't agree that it's too late. I think it's too soon to be going ahead and shoving all these folks out there. But the other thing that we have to consider that I came to realize over the last few days, since I've watched this particular trailer, is the fact that I'll admit that a lot of my exposure to DC as far as the comics go are from around, you know, late 80s, 90s, and then a lot of the other things that have happened, you know, closer to the turn of the millennium and everything else, is now considered legacy and canon, because they went ahead and they've changed everything up again with the new 52. unfortunately, right now, the type of material that they have to deal with is pretty much the legacy material that all occurred before the New 52 happened to be the new reboot for the comic books. They're really trying to go ahead, set up their brand name, set up a stage for a Justice League movie, and then jumpstart into, okay, this is what the Justice League is like current day in the New 52. All right. They're really in a very odd state of flux over there in DC. And
Well,
this movie is reflecting that.
I don't mind them rebooting like the New 52. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I really do. But I guess I can agree with you with it being too soon. But my main point is that they're throwing everybody they're jumbling everybody into this one freaking movie. And like I said, I don't think it's going to have a cohesive storyline. And people are going to be like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Here's the storyline.
Is it going to be a superhero movie or is it going to be an action movie?
Here's the storyline, and this is what I pieced together from all the trailers and stuff like that I've just seen. This is the Superman check your Kryptonian privilege movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much.
basically what it is. Regardless of how you look at it or who else you throw into it, it's supposed to be Batman trying to see Superman as an actual threat and trying to take him down, or trying to have him own up to responsibility for what happened in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Now, you have everything else that's going to be coming out as far as the bad guys and the other good guys that are going to be showing up, which is absolutely way too soon for that. They should have had a proper build-up. They should have did 2 movies a year as far as bringing them out and introducing characters and having their own movies with their own bad guys and hyping them up. And then next thing you know, at the ending credits, you'll see another glimpse of another superhero. And next thing you know, they do that movie. The same thing that Marvel did. What they are trying to do is they're trying to play catch up way too quick.
Well,
and they bite them in the ass.
Well, the state of Warner Brother, and I'm not going to blame DC for this, but the state of Warner Brother superhero movies, comic book movies, right now, unfortunately, they do have to play catch up for the fact that their initial plans that they had in place was, hey, look, we've got Superman Returns, all right. They were hoping that that was going to be a launch pad. It ended up losing money. Barring that, right after it, they were hoping that the Green Lantern was going to be a launch pad. All right, but as much as they dedicated to the Green Lantern, they didn't go all in with the Green Lantern. They didn't.
With the Green Lantern
enough.
But with the Green Lantern, I mean, it was a success. I mean, the movie was a success. It did what it was supposed to do. I'm not saying
was it a success financially.
No, the thing was that they were hoping to go ahead and build the universe, the DC comic book or DC cinematic universe off of the back of Superman Returns and the Green Lantern. All right. Unfortunately, both of those movies didn't do anywhere near as well as they thought it did. Superman Returns actually lost cash. All right. It didn't make any money. It cut even at the end of the day. And when you look at the timeline of those particular movies, when did Superman Returns come out? What was 2006?
06.
Yeah, 2006. That would have been. Then they would have went ahead. They would have gone through and they would have checked off. Okay, now we got Batman. Now we got Wonder Woman. But the problem is that then after those two kind of bombed out, you have the Nolan universe come around, and Nolan didn't want his Batman to be part of any other universe.
Right. So it was just its own.
Yeah. So, I mean, enough. They're in a tough position. All right.
So did Man of Steel make money?
No, it broke about even. All right. The problem with Man of Steel is that I believe that, if I remember correctly, I believe it cost somewhere around $250 million to make, and it only made like 230 million domestically. Yeah, so it after the international box office was factored in, it broke even because you got to not only consider the cost of making the movie, but also all the marketing. So it would have been a really tough place. They were at a place where like, wow, our big, most well-known franchise, Superman, can't even carry a successful movie, internationally. Why can't we do that? Yeah. Well, that movie had its problems, all right? And then, like I said, Green Lantern came out, and that movie had its problems, all right? Nothing to do really with Ryan Reynolds. People would want to go ahead and sit there and say, oh, Ryan Reynolds went ahead and redeemed himself with Deadpool, which is a great movie, all right? But with things that were wrong with the Green Lantern movie as far as critical acclaim and also how it connected with people who were planning to see that movie at all, he wasn't the problem. All right. There was the big problem with that movie was that they went ahead. They were like, all right, we're going to give you glimpses of the Green Lantern Corps. But when it came again to what was it? The big bad, they came to a point where they didn't want to sit there and fully commit. It was like, oh, so everybody's afraid of a big space cloud again.
So, I mean, the whole thing at the end of that movie, with Celestro and all that, I mean, it was, yeah.
Yeah. But let's put that aside. So we already know that DC is actually Warner Brothers is in a tough position right now. They're really trying to go ahead and establish themselves. Man of Steel was successful. No matter how you feel about it, it made money. So they went ahead. They're building their universe off of the emotional reactions of the last 40 minutes or last 20 minutes of Man of Steel, where they're just leveling the fucking city and they're punching each other through fucking buildings. All right. We have this new movie that's coming up that's continuing on, and we, over the course of the last few trailers, we already know what's going on in the video in the movie. All right.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
When trailers actually tell the plot of the story.
Yeah.
What?
The funniest thing about it is they should have actually yes, it was going to get leaked on the internet anyway, but they should have actually tried to keep Wonder Woman under wraps.
As far as that goes, I don't think that was too bad of an addition, or even sitting there and saying that that she's being cast and that she's part of the movie. My big problem is the fact that when I think Batman versus Superman and everything else, I think the Dark Knight graphic novel, and I think that particular storyline needs a build-up. Okay, it doesn't just happen. It's got to be earned. Okay, that's number one. Okay, number two, when you have this many elements at play, it's like this great story that they have right here. They've got to sit there and pair off portions of it because they can't give it screen time, which is really the hard part that I'm going to believe that they're even going to have a chance to give anybody any sort of ample screen time to go ahead and be memorable, all right, as far as the movie goes.
One of the biggest problems is that they have to tell Bruce Wayne's side. They have to tell Batman's side. They have to tell Wonder Woman's side. And that's one of the things that's being absolutely rushed here. Like you said, it's going to continue to the last 20-something minutes of Man of Steel. Yeah. That's supposed to be Batman's side. That's supposed to get you emotionally involved. He's supposed to see Superman as an actual fucking threat instead of him saving the world from these Kryptonian privileged motherfuckers coming to Earth.
Yeah.
I don't, and of course, yes, you have Alfred, the fucking voice of reason of Batman.
Yeah.
And
I like the fact that they're going with the Jeff Johns version of Alfred, which is he's obviously the hard-edged former British SAS MI6 agent, all right, who's badass, and he's part of bringing Bruce Wayne up. That part I like. It's just I said, we've got a lot of ingredients here, and there's unfortunately when you've got a lot of ingredients in that sort of bouillabaisse type mix, if you don't prepare everything right, everything just goes to crap. So
yeah,
really quick.
yeah, I mean,
this could make or break any future movies at this point.
Here's the thing though. I'm pretty damn sure that it's going to make a lot of money because it's got a versus. It's got a versus in the title. All right.
But the thing about it is, damn well they're not going to interact with each other as far as a fight.
Yeah.
Solve anything. Damn well they're going to come together and they're going to defeat an opposition. They're not. It's not going to be an actual fight. Yes, you saw the last when Superman went for a punch. Why the fuck would he do that?
Yeah.
Batman blocked it, and Superman was like, "What the fuck?" And it's like, again, why would Superman do that? It's so. I mean, yes,
when I saw that, I was like,
with him pushing bats and
yeah,
and Batman tried to run him over with a Batmobile, which is totally out of fucking character.
Yeah, I mean it's
Batman still in the car. Are you serious? You mean to tell me that he didn't eject him from the Batmobile and let the car hit Superman? You mean to tell me you're gonna run, even if you just did a Ridge Racer fucking Fast and Furious slide into him? It doesn't make any sense to hit Superman or hit anyone with your Batmobile when you still in it. That just
I what I think is worse is that they're sitting there. They're pretty much setting up Batman, Bruce Wayne, to be this hyper paranoid dude, because he sits there and the one line that he sits there and says in that particular trailer that sticks out is, if there's even 1% chance that he's going to be a force of evil and that he can destroy us all, we've got to take him, and I've got to take him down. It's like, dude, how fucking paranoid are you? All right, I understand. Bruce Wayne is a guy who's got the contingency plan for everything, right? But this is also the dude who goes out of his way to make sure that he follows due process. All right, he's not going to sit there and he's not just going to sit there and decide to go, oh, hey, that guy looks creepy. He must be a rapist. I'll go ahead and I'll beat the shit out of him.
You're not so, yeah, and that's what a lot of people are saying. Why is he going to attack this man for no fucking reason?
Yeah.
That's the problem. There's just no just cause for Batman to be going after Superman in the first place.
I understand that he's angry. There's going to be some sort of emotional tie-in that that one of his buildings got blown up. All right. Not only did it satellite
all the time, looking at that situation, why didn't you don your fucking suit then and try to challenge the opposition? If it was all that serious, you have a bat suit or a bat everywhere. You were there to witness that. You were there.
Was Wayne actually there?
Yeah.
His building get crashed through?
Yeah. That's the way that they have it set up.
Watching it.
Yep. So supposedly he was in Metropolis.
That's what I said. What was he doing in Metropolis in the first place?
Well, Bruce Wayne.
Who cares?
It's not like it was Batman. Fine.
I understand that, but it's just garbage. That's just a thread to hold on.
They just threw that in there to try to get
that's my problem. You just threw that in there just to get them to fight each other. I mean, come on. Batman is too resourceful.
No, I mean,
how is he? But the thing about it is, how was he going to deal with that? He wasn't. But the fact that he was there and then he didn't fucking attempt.
No, I think the I don't want to sit there and sound too. I don't want to look into it too deeply. All right, because unfortunately, it doesn't look like the writers have looked into it too deeply. All right. The one thing that I can't let go of is the fact that we know they're all going to come together at the end to go ahead and fight Doom.
And vanquish the opposition. That's what I'm saying.
So as far as the fight and everything else goes, it's
pointless.
It's forced. It's pointless.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this fight's going to happen within the first hour.
Well, yeah.
Or 45 minutes.
No. There's going to be a couple of fights.
Yeah.
Remember, he's in two different suits as you're seeing him battle with Superman.
No, what's
going to wait. Here's the thing about it. We already know the plot. He goes against him once. He gets defeated. And next thing you know, he ends up at LexCorp to get some kryptonite metal suit to go against him again.
Yeah.
We already see that shit happening.
And then what happens is that, probably during the visit to LexCorp, Cat gets out of the bag, what Lex is doing with General Zod's body and the other metahumans that are around. All right. They're in the middle of, he goes out of his way to sit there and tell Superman, hey, look, I've got this all wrong. All right. During the fight, they get split up by fucking Wonder Woman. And then all of a sudden, Doomsday shows up.
That is going to be the biggest fuck you to the audience. Unless they explain that properly, they just can't fucking show up.
Yeah.
This is sad.
I mean, it's
the whole.
What, are they going to use Zod's DNA to create Doomsday?
Yeah, or they showed that that Luthor has Zod's body,
right?
So he's going to do something to it.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to sit there
dressed
up in a dress with frills, and
that's a stupid plot to begin with. Why would you wait? Why wouldn't you not wait until there's only one of them and then unleash Doomsday? It's just so much fucking wrong with how they're doing this. And this is what everybody is going to completely ignore just because it's a fact that it's a Batman-Superman movie.
Not everybody. There's always us. All right. But
okay.
That aside, there was a few things that I did like about the trailer. All right. I don't know about you, but that looked like fucking Arkham Asylum to me when he busted in on those
and when he was fighting all those, yeah.
Yes, all the way down to the last punch where the dude's face plants into the ground. Yes, that looked like the fucking
doing that and throwing them through walls and like that. But him coming through the ground, no, just landing
from the roof, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, that looked badass. All right, that looked like something. Because let's be honest, all right, in all of the previous Batman movies, going all the way back to the 1966 movie, all right?
Oh, my God.
All right? Whenever Batman has gotten into a fight, out of the hundreds of fights or the dozens of fights that he's had on screen, there's maybe only one or two of them where he's actually looked like fucking Batman, all right? And that sequence that they put together where they have him busting in there, and he's taking out a dozen guys that are all armed and everything else.
But the funny thing about Michael Keaton, that version, the first one, is that when you saw him first appear and he's in a factory or whatever, he's taking down motherfuckers one by one in sequence, in the dark, like the way that a stealthy Batman would do.
Yeah.
Now he's busting in a fucking room in this trailer with dudes full of guns. That's against Arkham. That's against that. I'm sorry. You're not. And he's directly in the middle, and he's going to take him down one by one. There's no way he's not getting shot. I'm sorry. That's the only part that I disagree with. He should not be going in the middle of our motherfuckers out and just in the open. Taking them down one by one, that's fine. But
yeah, bulletproof vest on, man.
And his legs, his arms, his head. No, fuck
that bat suit, man. Come on.
No. If Superman busts in, everybody's getting hammered, and getting blown or getting clapped, and he's hitting the ground and the ground shakes and everyone's getting incapacitated. Batman has to go up in there and fight everybody and use gadgets on everybody. No one can point to this Batman and just start shooting and hit this motherfucker. No.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, it wasn't perfect. All right, the sequence.
Oh, okay, right.
But
when is it ever perfect? Except in animated cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, but it was great for what was there. The big thing about this particular trailer is the fact that one of the things that people who might have been put off by the fact that the previous trailer to this pretty much spoiled the whole story and plot of the movie we're kind of enticed back by this trailer by the folks who are like, oh wow, we can actually see Batman being Batman,
right?
Kicking ass as the most highly trained fucking hand-to-hand combatant on the fucking earth. You know, that was great. All right. Whether or not that would realistically make a difference in a fight against Superman, and considering we're talking about, you know,
if I see Batman actually succeed in being stealthy against Superman, I will walk off the fucking theater.
You know, considering we're talking about two
Oh, you're actually going to watch it, then?
Yeah.
I will watch it.
You know,
I will probably see it in the theater, but I will watch it. But it's just the fact that if I have that type of disconnect, then yeah, I will be done. Regardless of how late in the movie it is.
So, what did you think?
Superman.
What'd you think of the humans worshiping Superman?
Oh God, no.
I was like, what?
No.
Like,
No. Actually, that's one of the few things that makes sense. No, really, you think about it. If you have some sort of alien being who comes,
it's basically a god coming down to save.
No, I understand that concept.
That's why I'm like, oh, I can't believe. That's why I'm like, I can't believe they use that.
That's what I'm saying.
It does
I think
make sense, but it's like,
I think it was a crutch plot point, is what I'm saying.
well, most of it is a crutch.
You know what I mean? I
Most
wasn't saying that. I mean, if you do get somebody like Superman come, you know, to Earth and do all these things, of course people are going to be like, yeah, he's definitely a god. That's what they basically are.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this motherfucker can fly and
yeah.
with no jet, no,
so can Wonder Woman.
rich man shit.
So can Wonder Woman. So are humans going to worship Wonder Woman?
You know,
dudes will.
I'm just saying. I mean, you know.
Worship. All right.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
I look. She better kick some ass. She better kick some ass. It's fucking Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you know.
They do not have the correct person for Wonder Woman. She needs to get boobs, man. I'm sorry.
Do they have the correct person for Batman?
Actually,
that's my argument against that.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. I am going to stand. I've said this before, and I think Ben Affleck is going to be the least offensive thing about the movie.
Is that including Wonder Woman?
Including her. I mean,
really?
Seriously, I think he's going to be the least offensive thing about the movie. All right.
They should have cast a better person for Wonder Woman, man. I mean, come on.
I don't know, man. I mean, who else is there for Wonder Woman? Especially at short notice. Who would you?
Yeah. Here's the problem with Wonder Woman. All right, is that there aren't a lot of athletically built.
Not the way Wonder Woman is supposed to be. No.
Yeah, 6 foot tall females who can act really well. All right, that's just how it is. Okay. In fact,
and Wonder Woman has to be beautiful, guys. It's just that fucking simple. She's a
Amazon.
Beautiful Amazon.
Yeah, of course. I understand that.
You know, I mean, and I'm not even, you know.
No, yeah, Wonder Woman shouldn't be this skinny supermodel.
I'm not even extolling like the wonders of Linda Carter, who was back in the day is 6 feet tall and like
Linda Carter. Oh my God. Yes.
You know, I mean, I don't have to do that, okay? And that's not even to focus on like other things, like the two of the people that actually come to my mind off the bat. Guess what? They could never be in a DC movie.
Who?
Kobe Smulders, who plays Agent Hill.
Okay.
And also the chick who plays Lady Sif.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done here.
Yeah. All right. The only other person who even comes close that we've seen acting for a while, unfortunately, you can't sit there and count on her for lengthy franchises. Is what's that? Lucy Lawless.
I was gonna say Xena.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say that.
That window, that door is closed.
Yeah.
She's too old now, man.
That's what I'm saying. That door is closed.
I was gonna say
fit in long
her too.
All
absolutely.
Right. Okay. And if you've ever seen Ash versus Evil Dead, Lucy Lawless still looks phenomenal. All right.
Yeah.
But not to degrade the conversation into comparing who we think would fit into the Wonder Woman's bustier better.
For men, of course, we're going to talk about that.
Look, she's there. She just better kick some ass. That's all I ask.
Yeah, you know.
Because that's fucking Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman kicks AZZ ass.
Yeah, you know.
Better pull out the lasso of truth, all that.
Yep.
She better use that, or it's going to be so fucked up.
Well, it's
I'm just saying,
like,
come on.
You know,
I didn't see it
Well,
on
she
her
had a
in
sword and
that
shield.
trailer.
Yeah, we didn't see the lasso.
I didn't see the lasso on her when.
Better use those bracelets.
no,
I saw the bracelets.
she's got the bracelets. She's got the.
You better use them.
She's got the lasso also. But
Yeah, but she better use them. All that shit has to be in use.
she better have time enough to use them. That's my biggest concern. All right.
Yeah, she's just gonna show up with a sword and shield and just start fighting for no apparent fucking reason, as to say, "I'm here to help."
Why not? Yeah, actually, because they're
I'm pretty
gonna.
sure what's
They're
going to
gonna
happen
handle,
is
they're gonna do. You know, when they bring her movie out, she's gonna have her own origin story. So
Okay.
how that goes.
the thing is, though. I mean, I think the reason why she's going to show up is that Batman and Superman are going to throw out an SOS to any hero, I guess,
That doesn't
around.
make any sense for Superman to throw out an SOS.
And it doesn't make any. And the thing is that up until that point, Superman's the first superhero. Nobody else fucking exists at this time.
No,
That's
Batman
known to
exists.
the public. All right.
Batman exists.
Batman is not gonna take on all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, Batman
Yeah.
exists as a vigilante. All right.
Yes.
And supposedly, actually, Superman showing up brings him out of fucking retirement.
Well, see, look, this is what kills me is, how are they going to bring in all these superheroes? How are they going to bring in Wonder Woman? How are they going to bring Aquaman in? What? I mean,
Because they're trying to speed things up.
Yeah. You know
That's the basic explanation for that. They're trying to speed things up.
You know how they're going to bring them in? Oh, hey, they just happen to be there.
everybody's in the car.
Oh yeah, they're gonna show a lake or an ocean with Aquaman walking out.
Man, they're going to make Aquaman gay as hell, like they always do.
Okay.
No, he actually looks more like Namor. If you sit there and ask me, all right, I don't think you can fit Jason Momoa on the back of two flying. Okay.
Have Aquaman coming in on a seahorse.
I ain't gonna
With his trident.
no.
Oh my God!
Might as well have Thundar the Barbarian.
Why not? Why not? They'll fit in the plot somehow.
Nothing against Thundar.
Warner Brothers does own all the Hanna-Barbera characters.
What?
Yeah, Warner Brothers
Oh
does.
yeah,
own all the
you're right. You're absolutely right. Make a Thundar movie.
We'll
and,
see.
and keep Michael Bay away from it. Just fucking.
Keep Michael Bay as far as possible.
But anyway.
So, is this going to be one that we're actually going to watch and then do a review on later on?
I'm up for that.
Yeah,
I am.
I am too.
See, regardless, we already know we're going to watch the movie. All right, whether it's by the box office or Pirate Bay, we're going to watch the movie. All right.
Pirate Bay.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Oh.
With that, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this particular our thoughts on the on not just the trailer but also the DC cinematic universe as a whole.
Why couldn't they just make it an animated thing?
They should have given those guys.
Absolutely.
They should have given those guys the option to handle the movies a long time ago, over a decade ago.
I agree.
Well, see, the thing is,
That would have been the perfect time to do
I'm
it.
waiting for DC to let us know what's in the future. Like they did with Marvel. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Shit has to be successful for. They didn't even. Well, see, they had their plan since Iron Man, but DC, as the Reverend pointed out earlier, has been going through a downslope since Superman Returns and the Green Lantern. They didn't even know they were going to get to this point. So maybe after this movie is successful, then they can start planning. Then they can start origin stories. Then they can start bringing in more heroes and shit like that, and then more fucking threats for them to take down.
No, like I said before in a previous video, they announced their slate, what they have planned as far as movies all the way up until like 2022. And out of like the 8 different movies, only 3 of them have titles, and only 2 of them have actual directors and scripts. So, yeah,
Right.
there are much bigger things that Warner Brothers has to worry about with their superhero movies right now, other than the fact that they got Ben Affleck as Batman and Gal Gadot is kind of skinny to play Wonder Woman. All right, other than that, like I said, they got bigger concerns.
That Boston accent better not get in the way of Batman.
Oh my God.
We only got 2 minutes left. All right, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call this to the end. Again, anybody else who's out there, leave your comments below. We welcome comments. We welcome debate. All right, go ahead and talk to us. Click subscribe for the theme for Gray Mouse. And if this ends up on my channel, subscribe to me too.
Yes.
All right. With that, we're going to be signing out. This is Reverend again.
The theme.
And Graymouse1.
Wait, say that again.
Say that again?
Out there. Say it
I
again.
said Graymouse1.
Ah, there it goes.
You're kind of breaking up for a bit.
Yep. All right, team, take us home.
All right. See you later. Credits.